These past few years have been a pretty fun ride for 49ers fans because you watched Mr. Irrelevant go from pretty much obscurity to becoming the 49ers' future franchise quarterback, and in the most improbable of ways. Two quarterbacks had to get hurt in order for him to even get onto the field. And ever since then, he hasn't looked back. And all he has done is to continue to improve and continue to impress. And of course, when you look at his performance against the Seattle Seahawks, he was on fire. He was absolutely playing lights out, and he was doing a lot of things within structure and out of structure. And again, those are today's, qualifying factors of what it means to be a franchise quarterback. You got to be able to make plays outside of structure. You got to be able to use your legs. This is the NFL in 2024. That's how good quarterback play is judged. So Pat McAfee and AQ Shipley on the Pat McAfee Show think that Brock Purdy deserves more flowers. And hey, if you've been watching this channel for, I guess, ever since Brock Purdy entered the game against the Miami Dolphins, we've been saying the same thing. And they even break down a couple plays. And one particular play that got a lot of pushback for being called no look. Take a listen to what they have to say on these plays, and we're going to have a reaction on the other side.
Purdy deserves more flowers. That's what we came up with for this one. Here's why. Here's why. We have said over and over again that he's a system quarterback.
We have not said that.
The whole world has said that. The only
reason
reason is because he's in this system. My argument to that is it's a running back system argument because no matter they put Garenda in and he runs for 75 the second touch he gets. Every running back that runs in that system goes for 100 plus, period. And you're going to see it probably this week if Mason's out. But I got two throws from this past game. You're going to watch this touchdown throw to George Kittle. You want to tell me this is a system quarterback? You have to be so accurate to throw this. This ball This ball is the only place that one can be.
Good ball.
If we pause that on the catch, it's right in front of the DB in a place only George Kittle can throw on an out route 30 yards to the sideline for a touchdown.
Nasty.
Great pause, Foxy.
Unbelievable.
That's right on the catch.
Yeah, right on the catch.
That's great. That's a great pause.
Great pause.
Thank you.
Foxy's got the precision of Purdy. I think
That's exactly right. Unbelievable. Now, when we take a look at this next one,
the system isn't delivering that ball on a dot.
Nobody's delivering. I mean, there's 5 quarterbacks in the league that can make that throw.
Okay, let's see the next one.
Let's take a look at this next one. We want to talk about Matthew Stafford and Patrick Mahomes doing no-look passes. When we watch this play, take a look. All right, so let's let this run. As Juszczyk goes in motion, you'll notice the backer shift. The minute that middle linebacker shifts past the hash, I talked to Colt McCoy. His read tells him work the right side of this receiver tree, right? So if you see the quarterback looking at the running back, he's looking at the running back. He's freezing number 2, the linebacker, and everybody thinks he's going to throw there. And as we throw this, no look down the middle between 2 defenders.
What?
Brock Purdy's making some throws, and he's playing the best football of his career right now.
Okay, Brock Purdy isn't just a system quarterback. Even though system quarterback is a good thing and not your fault, you're in the system that you get drafted into, in this particular case, last overall drafted into. But the system doesn't say, hey, let's do no lookies. The system doesn't say, let's put it in a keyhole. The system doesn't say, stand in there, extend a play, and then have a quicker 10-yard split than most of the guys on the offense. And Brock Purdy's a dog.
Yeah.
And he is so cheap for them right now. So they've been able to kind of maneuver and do it all. Congrats to Brock. Congrats to the Niners.
Oh, yeah.
About to be real expensive.
And also, he's very much so because he didn't make shit this one either.
That's right.
So it's not like a hometown discount situation.
No.
It's like, no.
It's like, hey, I'm actually in debt from living in San Francisco with the contract that I had.
Yeah.
And things you guys were trying to have me do.
It's time.
So you know what the deal is.
Yeah.
300 mil.
Pay the piper.
Need my flowers.
And the flowers are going to come in the form of very dead presidents.
Yeah.
With very big numbers next to them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just how it's going to have to be. That third deal, though, that next one we get,
We can talk.
let's go ahead and build the team.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's right.
Well, we need to go ahead and do it. How will John Lynch handle that? I think he has done a great job thus far in the salary cap gymnastics. They are certainly going to have to do it for Purdy, and he's worth every single dollar.
First of all, I agree. Of course, Brock Purdy needs more flowers. The kind of attack against him almost has been kind of funny to watch because anyone who's been on the opposite side of this Brock Purdy, I guess, narrative or whatever, looks really silly week in and week out. And hey, it's fine. We try to let the tape do the speaking for ourselves, just like they did in this clip where you had AQ Shipley breaking down 2 specific plays. One of them being the absolute elite throw. You heard AQ say there's probably only 5 quarterbacks in the league that can make this throw. And all we've heard about Brock Purdy is, oh, he doesn't have the arm strength. He's noodle arm. He is dink and dunk, all these different types of things. Yet he continues to show week in, week out that all those narratives are busted, and he continues to play at an extremely, extremely high level. And then the play that I got a lot of pushback on for calling it a no look, because this is the second week in a row that he did this. He did this against the Cardinals. I diagrammed this play. We broke it down not only on the channel, I broke it down on Twitter. Again, eye manipulation, and it is a no look pass. It might not be the Matthew Stafford-esque no look pass, but there's a variance, there's variables, there's degrees of what a no-look pass is. Everyone, it's just this weird commentary that if you don't look like Matthew Stafford throwing a no-look pass, then it can't be a no-look pass. When in reality, you can see his eyes are on a different wide receiver for the purpose of eye manipulation. He is pulling a linebacker out of a zone, and then he is firing right off the backside. And when he's beginning his windup, he is not looking at his target. Now, after he completes his windup, he's looking at the target. And I think that's the gray area where people have pushback, and that's fine. It is what it is. I don't care how you qualify a no-look pass. I qualify a no-look pass as when you begin your windup, you're not looking at your target. So that's how I qualify it. And clearly AQ, clearly Pat McAfee, clearly players who have played in this league also qualify it that way. So, you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm going to stick to my evaluation and my original thoughts. And I'm going to go ahead and say that's as close to a no-look pass that you're going to get from Brock Purdy. And it's just, again, an evolution of his game, where he's continuing to improve, where he's continuing to grow, and where he's continuing to just push his boundaries. And that's one of the amazing things about Brock, is that you can see he still has room to improve. He still has room to grow. He still has room to evolve. And that should be very scary for people. I would say scary for people who have doubted him, because they're just going to look silly at the end of the day for those thoughts, because the inability to be able to project out, the inability to be able to say, oh, a 23, 24-year-old is actually going to improve. Oh, okay. So I love it. Yes, Brock Purdy deserves more flowers. He deserves to be talked about more so. I feel like last year and the MVP conversation, throughout the beginning of the season, I don't know if that like somehow turned people off to giving him his praise. He's not getting, I don't think, the same level of praise. But to be honest, I really don't care. I think, one of the things that this channel kind of became was trying to like identify, not only through our opinion, what we believe of Brock, but other people's opinions and people that we trust, people that we believe know ball and can eloquently discuss ball at the highest of levels. And so when we have found the most common theme with those people is they tend to talk about Brock Purdy very highly. It's the people who don't know ball, who don't have that level of expertise, who seemingly cherry pick and have these preconceived notions and biases against Brock. So it is what it is. It's fine. We don't care. Like at the end of the day, what we should care about as 49er fans is we have a franchise quarterback. What we should care about as 49er fans is we have a quarterback who will continuously keep us competitive regardless of who is in there, regardless of this weapon, that weapon, this injury, that injury. Brock Purdy is going to continue to make things happen. And that should be a good feeling for 49er fans. You should feel great in that. You should feel phenomenal that the 49ers have actually landed on a franchise quarterback. Yeah, it came in a backwards way. They traded multiple first-round draft picks for Trey Lance for that guy to be a total bust. And then they land on Brock Purdy through almost what feels like luck as the last pick in the NFL draft. But at the end of the day, as long as you find your franchise quarterback, who cares? And that's part of this process. And, if the 49ers didn't find Brock Purdy, that the tone around the 49ers would probably be a lot different right now. But Brock Purdy is proving not only is he a franchise quarterback, but he can save. He's saving this regime single-handedly, and then that's not to also discredit this regime. They've done a lot of really, really, really good things. But again, if they weren't able to find that franchise quarterback, the tone around the team would be much different. So I think that what he's doing, what they're doing together, and how they're continuing to evolve as a unit is fantastic. And, more flowers, no flowers, I don't really care at this point. I think we've been able to fully discern how good Brock Purdy is. And if you're still in that camp of trying to diminish Brock and what he's doing and his talent and what he possesses, then that's on you. Go for it. Go for it. Like, enjoy. Have a good time. We're going to have a good time over here enjoying what good quality quarterback play looks like. And if you don't like it, well, then we don't feel bad for you, because we're over here having a good time, having a franchise quarterback. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.